What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Other Side of the Firewall podcast. We talk about the latest and greatest in cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who've made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and as always, I'm joined by Shannon Times.
What's up? What's up?
And LeVon Maynard.
Welcome to the show.
What is going on? Thank you for continuing to support us and listen to the show or watching it. I always forget to plug that if you're on Spotify, you can also watch us. We're in the video podcast beta or what have you. So you're able to watch us on LinkedIn. You're able to watch us on Spotify and YouTube, and then you're able to listen to us on like 6 different platforms. Obviously, your Apples, your Anchors, things of that nature. So continue to share with your friends. We greatly appreciate it. This week, so far, we've talked about what was it? The NSA, FBI, and CISA warning about assistant attacks coming from Russian state hackers. We talked about
Gov't
loader and how they're tricking people into sending them to sites that look legitimate and then stealing their credentials and things of that nature, or giving them Trojans. And then today kind of ties into Monday. We'll talk about the Ukrainian situation, where it seems as though Russia's attacking at least 70 of their federal sites. So in the past few weeks, there's been some tension, some buildup. There's been some stalled talks between the U.S., the UN, and Russia concerning a buildup of Russian troops on the border of the Ukraine. Just as those talks are starting to fall apart, we're starting to see the Ukrainian websites being attacked with such verbiage as "be afraid," and it's affecting their banking. It's affecting their ability to interact with government websites. It pretty much looks like the whole Russia-Georgia situation again, but kind of in slow motion, right? Like it's happening, but it's not happening at the same pace as like they shut down the country of Georgia and just rode in tanks. But it looks like they're starting the campaign again. So the tweet that went out, I hit you guys up as soon as I saw it because it hit Twitter first for me. It came from Kiev. I said several Ukrainian government websites are down due to major cyber attack. Below is the MFA_Ukraine website now, and then on it has a bunch of propaganda that's written in Russian, Ukrainian, and Polish. So very specific attack, and the most obvious of times. So it's kind of like they're not even trying to hide it. It's kind of weird. Or not. It's just like, this is what we do. You know what I mean? Like, so it could just be, saber rattling as well. Like, hey, you know what we're capable of doing. Don't make us do it. Don't make us pull the trigger. So there's lots of warnings. The UN is now getting involved. What do you guys' takes on this? Like, how do you feel about the situation?
Yeah, I think it's pretty intense. It's kind of crazy. But, we talked about this before, kind of like the cyber warfare state, where it's like, this might be the kind of future where we see, not just troops on the ground, but we have this cyber warfare where they're trying to take out like important government facilities with their, with their cyber abilities the hacking abilities to shut them down, make sure that they can't communicate. Maybe they take down some, towers, cell phone towers, take down power grids, take down water facilities. They can use this like hacking ability to like shut down important systems that could, turn the can change the direction of a war. And so I think that this is kind of like a little bit of like a hint of things that could be coming in the future as well. I think also we know that Russia and Ukraine have been at at each other's throats for a while now, but I mean, it seems like it's going to get more escalated as time persists. But it's really interesting. I mean, I think that the fact that they're warning that, hey, you should be afraid of us, like that's the kind of like those are some kind of strong words. That the fact that all information about you has become public. Be afraid, expect worse. Like they're trying to put some like big, big threats out there. And I can imagine that this could be a state-sponsored hacking group. It could be Russian government that are like behind this and paying these individuals to hack these systems and at the very least put them on edge, if not like worse, like maybe they've already, the fact that they got this hack, they hacked these location, they could have put like a secret like backdoor system in place so when they want to go back in there later, that they have a direct access. But yeah, this is kind of this is some intense stuff, and it's pretty real. It's like the future is now kind of thing. Pretty soon we won't, we'll just be some androids walking around and and just be like cyber warfare, attacking computer systems and all kinds of craziness. But Shannon, what you think about this stuff?
So to what you said about this being the future, and this is how it's all going to start, right? Like this is how the future of wars is going to go. I say, church, preach. Look, I'm with you, man, 100%. Like this is the future. This is how it's all going to start. It's going to start with cyber, right? You're going to bring stuff down. You're going to roll in tanks, right? Like Brian was saying, like what happened in Georgia, right? Like this is how it's going to go, right? And they even mentioned in this article, like when you look down near the end, I think it was, about how this could be the distraction too, right? Like real noisy thing over here, like, hey, all this noise, and then they went and did something that was real, you know what I mean, over here that you weren't paying attention to because you were too busy dealing with this, right? With the public part that has, when you go to their site, it says, hey, be afraid of us, this, that, and the third, but in the background they're over there, shutting down legitimate systems, you know what I mean, your infrastructure. Sending a message like that. But now, man, y'all dead on, man. Like this is how it's gonna start every time. Like the bombs and bullets are not gonna be the first thing in anymore, right? Like that's old war, that's old war stuff. That's not how it's gonna happen, right? Like the amount of money that's even being invested into cyber when it comes to some of these rogue nations. Let me not say rogue nations. When it comes to some of these not US friendly nations, it's kind of staggering. Like they're putting a lot more money into that. Like they're not putting a lot of, I mean, they're still building their submarines, building their, building up their Navy, their Army or whatever, but the amount of money they're putting into cyber, because honestly, it's cheaper. You can do more, you get more return on investment with cyber than you do building a $2 billion submarine. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like for them to put the few million, it takes to man, these rooms of hackers, you know what I'm saying, and give them the equipment they need, you get a lot more from that. But yeah, this is the future, you know what I mean? This is what it's gonna look like. But yeah, man, preach.
Yeah, I was thinking about it too, is the fact that it's also kind of like a mental mental warfare, where they're trying to make sure, they're trying to get them scared and make them think like, hey man, they have some high level hackers, they have, obviously they have these thousands of troops at the border. They have more money to back their military, back their whatever infrastructure. So it's just like it's kind of a mental warfare, as well as like the cyber fact, the fact that they can shut down systems. But who knows what the future has in store for us?
Right. So it's definitely something, for them. It's definitely like we're seeing history being written, right? So it's especially for cyber. So it's kind of exciting, but then it's also terrifying. They have 100,000 troops on the border.
Yeah.
So if that wasn't scary enough, now they're rolling through and they're hitting you with propaganda and psyops, basically, like you said. So it's crazy, but it's definitely start taking notes, like, because this will be the way future wars are fought. So with that being said, definitely continue to hit us up Monday through Friday. Like I said at the top, Monday and Tuesday are topics. Wednesday's discussion like today's. Thursdays, you usually do Ask Us SP, where I talk to somebody who's trying to break into cybersecurity. So if that's you, please hit me up. And then Friday, we talk about everything else. So, expect movies, games, and sports. Go Bills. So hit the website, www.theothersideofthefirewall.com. Hit all our socials. You get me up personally. I'm at RYRY Security Guy. That's RYRY Security Guy. Twitter, TikTok, Clubhouse, and LinkedIn. And you, LeVon?
Yes, sir. Hit me up on the Twitters at LeVon Maynard.
There it is. Stay safe. Stay secure.
Take care.